Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and we have another build today. You can see where we are in the Commonwealth, and in fact that building over there is where I did a recent hidden player home. You can go check out that video if you wish. It's the full build, and today I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to show you the full build, and I'm going to do kind of a whimsical player home in this location here. Now this doesn't actually look like this in the vanilla game. I'll try and chuck up an image right now. It's kind of just like a dead-end street, not really much going on. But I wanted to kind of play with some different ideas. I want to make this kind of fantastical. It's not going to be kind of true to life, or it's not going to be very realistic, but just want to have some fun with it and see how crazy I can make a player home slash dwelling. So I am pretending that this is some kind of car storage lift thing. I kind of created this with some random pieces from a bunch of different mods actually. We have metal pieces from I think the Kuro tab, as well as these parts here, which are kind of be like hydraulic ram type things. I got some random cars from the CVC Dead Wastelands mod. I've also got some pipage there from Woody's, what is it, Woody's Workshop? I can't remember the name, I'll put it up. But that's going to be kind of the hydraulic pipes that kind of run the rams. And that's going into this kind of pump system from the Kuro tab. I think all the rest of it is from the Kuro tab, so great mod with a bunch of different stuff. Let me just toggle the free cam here. So I guess these are sort of the car ramps. You sort of drive up on there, and then the hydraulic ram things kind of push you to where you need to be. It probably doesn't work in real life because you need things to shuffle your car around. I guess these things could roll, I don't know. But I also chucked this car here. I'm sort of pretending that this one got pushed out by the owner of the home to make room, and it kind of just fell down here and then damaged the fence there. So the idea is you obviously pre-war come over here and beep boop boop, and the hydraulic thing will do its thing and kind of move your car into position. So I am thinking that the below the first floor is going to be probably living space, and then up above is going to be kind of tinkering and general engineering space. And I'm going to turn that car, I'm just going to toggle the free cam again. I'm going to chuck an engine in the boot. I think these things run off, yeah, because they have the red rocket coolant for, I guess, a nuclear reactor. But I'm going to chuck an engine in the back and just pretend that that's going to be our generator to run the electricity for this dwelling. I have done a rough sketch of what I kind of want to achieve. So there'll be a kind of a water tower thing on the back, and lots of pipes which won't necessarily have a particular purpose, but I think they'll look cool, so I'm going to add them. And yeah, hopefully this thing turns out good. I am going to record the whole thing, so hopefully by the thumbnail, I don't know what it's actually going to look like, but by the thumbnail I hope it's going to be good. You'll be the judge of that for sure. So I'm going to end my rambling here and let's get into it. Alrighty, jumping into the build menu here, and first off I'm probably just going to put a floor down just so I can see what we're working with. I have tried to place the metal pieces of the structure itself within the prefab size. So the floor itself, a general, just you can see there the square is a little bit too big, but I wanted to extend it as far as I could, so maybe I will not use a full square and instead I'll use something like this. Let's just turn the snapping off for just right now. And there is going to be some clipping obviously, but I wanted the wooden structure to definitely not be constrained by the metal in terms of the sizing, so that was quite intentional. Let's just toggle off the surface snap. So I'm just going to roughly, I am going to try and lean into the jank, so it's definitely not going to look perfect. I'm not going to look, sorry, I'm not going to try and make it look like it's kind of orderly and clean and all that business. But I do want to sort of stay within the confines of those metal pieces, because essentially I'm going to use them as the framing of the entire structure. So I don't want to go beyond that and try and keep, I'm going to do like wooden walls and things, but I'm going to keep them within the inside of the structure itself. And I will move this piece here because I'm going to do a ladder, probably a ladder, just because of the size constraint. But I'll probably keep that ramp, so I'll maybe convert that into a lower piece of a wall or something. Something like that. And I wanted to do a porch. And I'm thinking this is kind of the natural entrance way. Something like that. This area is somewhat secure because we do have the castle just over there. I know there's some Miloks and possibly some Institute folks around here, but yeah, I don't know where they spawn actually. But when I got here, there wasn't anything here, so hopefully that remains. I'm going to do some supports, at least at the front. Yeah, maybe just something like this. I'm going to just turn the snapping on again. Okay, let's just do that there as well. And I'm going to do, let's do it central. So let's put some stairs right in the middle. Kind of draws your eye in. It's kind of a something I learnt with concept art and stuff like that. Let's turn that off. Okay, I'm not loving it sort of peeking through there, but I think if I just lower it a little bit, I can kind of hide it. I probably don't need it, but I'm going to keep it anyway. And for the railing, I'm going to go to the Whispers Extra Pieces. Great mod. I use it a lot. I just like those railings that they've got. Let's do some wooden ones. Did I turn the snap off? I did. Okay, that's not going to work for us. Okay, what am I going to do then? Maybe we won't do it for the front. But should I enclose? No, we're pretty close to the ground. I thought I was going to enclose this space, but I think we're just going to keep that. So let's do our front door, and for that I'm going to go to Woody's Wasteland stuff. Now there has been, in some of my videos when I've used it, some criticism with this one because of the kind of patchy nature of it. And in previous videos I've actually kind of tried to enclose it a little bit more, but I think in this one I will. Oh, I've got an autosave function. I should probably turn that off actually because it is quite frequent. It's part of the, I think it's the Workshop Plus mod, so I might do that in a second. But yeah, as I was saying, this one has received a little bit of criticism with that sort of patchy nature of it, but in this I might just keep it. That will be covered up with a roof, so I'm not so concerned with that. I did say that I was going to do the walls on the inside. I'm going to do that for the rest of the walls, but because this is trying to kind of lead you in, just visually, not actual characters, but I might just leave it as is. And I do like these doors as well. But because I'm going to be, I guess I can leave the back open. No, actually, I'll just leave it up here. I'll put that in later, just so I don't have to come back to it all the time. And actually, that might work for us. But it might be too... Oh no, that's a good size actually. But it doesn't want to snap where I want it to snap. But if I do another one, maybe it will. There we go. Alrighty, now that's good. And I'm going to add some supports. So back to our... So this supports, I believe it's a mod. I've had it for a long time and I just can't quite remember what it's called. If I find it, I will put that up on the screen for you. But I use this all the time when I've been building in the past. I might actually reuse that. I've always been trying to look for supports. And I sort of made my own, but then it would just take a lot of time sort of trying to line up the wood and everything. So this mod was a bit of a godsend, I think. Let's just increase the steps. It definitely saved a lot of time. And do I add another one there? Is that too much? Maybe it's too much. It is kind of a small porch anyway, so we don't have to worry too much about that. And should I add fences? I might just add a little fence. Or maybe I'll just see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But I might extend this area out here just to sort of, maybe I can continue this fence along here and connect it to there. Just, so if the character wanted to sort of hang out on the porch there. But I might add some more stuff like that anyway around the place. But I'm going to quickly do a save and also get rid of our autosave function in the Workshop Plus. So I'll be with you in a sec. Alright, so I've just jumped back into the build menu and I changed the autosave timer to 15 minutes from 5 minutes. Hopefully I don't regret that later on down the line. Let's go back into Woody's because again they get the janky walls down perfectly. I'm going to stick with probably solid walls down below, and I'll do some windows up above. I just think that's probably a little bit safer. Just save people kind of shooting through the windows on the lower level. I will probably double up actually some of these because I don't want such large gaps, I think. It sort of retains the jankiness without compromising too much on the look. Let's just make sure that these are below. Yeah, I think we're okay. Yeah, I'll fill in this. I'll fill in this side. Come on now. Just gotta tuck that in a little bit. There are quite a few snapping points, so I think this is going to be an ongoing thing. Okay, so you can see there, I've tried to keep the walls and things inside the metal framing. I sort of, as I said at the start, kind of pre-planned for that because I do want to see the skeletal kind of nature of the building, and then hopefully on the inside we've got sort of flat-ish walls to be able to organize the character's stuff. I want to try and get as many kind of random junky things in there as possible. Come on, get that in the corner. Because we're using those smaller floor pieces, it's really fighting us. Okay, let's just check how that looks from the top. I don't think it would matter so much because it's going to be covered up by more walls anyway, so. But let's just do it anyway. preferably, I just noticed on that last bit, we got that sort of wood sticking through. Let's just try and clean that up a little bit. Get that guy down. Okay, so I think that's sort of the lower story somewhat enclosed. So let's make a way that we can get to the next level. So I'm going to rotate this guy. Let's just make the step change a little bit more extreme. And let's just make this the part of the wall, I think. So part of the Kuro tab mod, they have kind of like a walkway submenu, and that's what this is from. Oh, let's just try and just trying to look for the. It doesn't want to do it. Okay, well it's not quite where we want it. Something like that, maybe? So I'll put some more floor down so that it is completely usable for flooring. And maybe I'll add some metal on top. Just so if, you know, character's doing some welding or something, they can actually have a space to do that without catching the wood on fire, because we do have wooden floors. Okay, let's get that kind of in the right spot. Okay, I think it is quite skinny, but I think we will be able to get through with a ladder. Obviously not an NPC, but the character themselves. But we can tighten up a little bit more. What's probably more usable is doing it on this side. So if we can try and keep it around the same way. Like that. Something like that. I might actually just do some kind of... I mean, we could go really hardcore and just like... you know, like... do framing and... these kind of wood patches and things like that all over the place, but... I just want to speed it up a little bit. So I'm just adding these as kind of... character pieces, I guess. So that it kind of just breaks up the floor texture. Actually, let's do kind of like a welcome mat one. Maybe at the back where our ladder's going to be. Try and break up some of these seams here. Okay, let's put in our ladder here. I'm going to go for probably like a janky middle one because I think it just fits. So this mod is called Climbable Ladders. This way probably saves a little bit more on space, but definitely the character is going to kind of glitch through the wall. So hopefully if I do it this way, it's going to run a little bit better. So we just need to make sure it is the blue part is poking up through the floor there, but then also the ladder is not clipping through the upper floor. Okay, looks like we got that right. Let's go test it out because we want to make sure that's working for us. Okay, so it still does go through the wall, but that's okay. Yep, I'm pretty happy with that. And of course, we've got to do the climb down animation. Very nice. Yes, my character is looking pretty worse for wear as per the last few episodes. Okay, so let's fill in the walls for that upper story and get some windows going as well. Okay, moving on to the walls, and we're going to go to the Woody's Wasteland stuff and start chucking in some windows here. Now, these might change in the future. As I said at the start, I do have a sketch of kind of what I wanted this to look like, and there were kind of add-ons to the building that you'll see later on that might kind of affect our windows. So we're gonna kind of play it by ear and see how it ends up. So I'm just gonna chuck these in, and yeah, we'll see if we have to change it later on. So I'm just gonna put a third one over here, and I'm just moving them in slightly so we can get that nice looking metal effect coming through, because I really like these kind of bands that kind of come across. Very industrial. Now we do have our ramp that we are repurposing. So this one is going to have a half wall type dealio. And I'm going to jump into this one over here. I got some nice half walls over here. So let's just do a kind of combination. Lift this guy up. Like that. Just make sure it doesn't look super weird. We've got quite a big gap there. I think we need to rotate this a little bit actually. Can we rotate it like that? And then just bring it in a little bit. Hopefully not mucking it up. And let's get another one in there. Bring it down. Bring that guy down like that. And I'm just going to move it out a smidge so it's not clipping. Okay, mostly covered up. Got a little bit of gap there, but that's fine. I am going to chuck a balcony on the back there. And I'm going to add another one of those roofs because I really like them. So let's find our janky piece. Here we go. This should snap quite nicely. There you go. Perfect. And because we don't have the stairs there, we can add our whispers, what do you call them, railings, which is what I wanted to use on the front porch. There we go. That looks awesome. I really like these railings. And of course we need a wall as well, so that's, or a doorway I should say. Let's go back to this one. And here we go, this one over here. Perfect. Because we got the ladder there. It probably would have been better if I added those railings after. Because we have the ladder there, having a wall on the other side is perfect. Keeps you from accidentally stepping back off the balcony and then falling down the ladder hole. I just noticed that there's a bit of a step there for some reason. Let's lift this guy up. And then just reposition these guys. Now, obviously this needs a support of some kind. And I do have a nice metal support that sort of comes off there. But I guess that doesn't make much sense because, you know, this is kind of the structure as it was. It wouldn't really make sense just having random metal supports coming off it. So, and we do also have these ones here, which are cool, but I'm just, you know, Soul Survivor, how would they'd have to figure out how to connect these supports to a big thick girder. So I'm thinking I might just stick with this type. Or one of these. That looks quite interesting looking as well. Got a bit of character to it. And it's not clipping through the floor, so that is perfect. Let's get a roof onto this thing. I'm going to go back to Woody's because they have the nice roof. I do like this one over here. I'm just going to raise it up a little bit because we are going to fill that little gap right here with a gap filler piece. But let's get some supports for the roof as well. So back to the classic beam here. Let's just find one that actually... Well, that's a bit of an issue. Do we not have one that's the correct... So if we lower that one, is that going to be poking through the floor? That would not be ideal. It kind of is, but I think it's not as obvious, so I guess we can get away with it. Okay, that's looking like something. Good, 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 good. Again, I'm going to stick a whole bunch of stuff on the side of the building, which might affect our windows, so we're just going to have to see how that works. But let's keep going here. I'm going to add... Yeah, I think I will add another window on the front. Too many windows, maybe? That's alright. They're going to be covered up anyway, eventually, some of them. Because we have... I want to add a roof again to the front there as well, and if it's just a solid wall, it wouldn't really make much sense. Let's use this one because it's a little bit different, I think. And hopefully it's not gonna muck up our style. Is that in the center, kind of? Okay, and let's grab a roof while we're here. Chuck that guy. Oh, we're having that issue again. Come on, snap to the front. Here we go. I will have to delete the inside one. Okay, something like that, and then let's jump inside and do a gap filler. Okay, we are actually running out of spots to sort of get through. I wonder what I should do, if I should just move that guy out of the way. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're deleting that one, and let's do some gap fillers in here. I'm just going to stick with these kind of planky ones. Let's do... Okay, that wasn't in the right spot. Does that fill most of it? We are not exactly tied up against the building here. Okay, I'm just going to raise it up. It just wants to snap all over the place. Okay, we're going to go freehand, people. And try and cycle through some different flavors here, just so we're not doing the same one all the time. I'll probably have to go outside and check that it's not sort of intersecting like crazy. I might actually end there, and I might actually put a roof on the inside, actually. So maybe let's just go two above the wall and then call it a day. And then we'll put a roof on the inside. Maybe it'll just be some... I guess it could be corrugated iron. Because obviously there are going to be gaps between the sort of ramp above. So it does kind of make sense in my opinion. Although, you know, as I said at the beginning, it's going to be a little bit whimsical, so we don't have to go super hardcore realism here. Not that I do that anyway, I try to be a bit more fantastical. Okay, that's already going up pretty high, so we don't have to do that one there. Gonna delete that because that's too repeated. Okay, so we are somewhat enclosed. Let's get a... Can we get a... just a flat roof or something? Or is that going to be too big, I wonder? We might have to use planks or something. Actually, I'm going to do that because that's interesting. Let's go to... Oh, back to the gap fillers, I think. We can use those gap fillers. Yes. So let's do Hopefully these don't stick out too much from the building. I guess we can just do two of them. Two of them should be fine. And then let's go to the old floorboards here. Let's try and do some big ones first, and then we can kind of fill in the rest with some smaller ones. It's a little bit inexact, but that's okay. Something like that. Let's get another one. Do it in the middle. Just trying to try not to sort of have the same pieces right next to each other. So maybe do one of these guys. Like that. How does that look? Pretty good to me, and let's just see how it looks on the outside, so we don't have any crazy. Okay, that one's, I think if I just lower it, it should be fine. Okay, that's, yeah, if that bugs me too much, I could just shrink it a little bit. Yeah, I might actually do that. Just shrink it and then just see if I can move it over without it sort of sticking too much on the other side. Okay, that is okay with me. It's not glaringly obvious. Glaringly? I don't know. Okay, I know we'll stick that one back there, but just for now, just so I can move in and out freely with no trouble there. Okay, and is there anything else in terms of the actual building itself that I can kind of add to it? Not really. Okay, so now that we have basically the kind of the main structure done, we can start to be a bit more whimsical. And I said at the start I wanted to sort of add generators and things. I'm going to go to the CVC mod, and this is actually going to act as an actual generator. So let's find our small generator, and I'm going to chuck this guy right in the boot area, like so. This one actually kind of already has the boot open, so that's perfect. I don't want it sort of sticking out too much, but let's just kind of get it in the middle there, and you can hear it running, so it's legit. Well, you might not hear it running because I might have the recording of the audio down. I'm just making sure it's not sticking through the floor. But that is indeed running. It's just a typical generator sound. So that's just running in the background there. And obviously we have an exposed internal combustion engine. So exposed to the elements and working at the same time is not conducive to a good time. So let's try and do some kind of panel or something to try and protect it. Metal retextures, I think I have some scrap pieces. What else do we have? Scaffolding. Okay, let's see. I just want a flat piece. Let's move it around so you can actually see what I'm doing here. Do we have a flat piece? Oh, I might be in the wrong one. Where is it? Panels and pathways, this might be better. So, I mean, this mod just has so many cool things. And we're going to use a bunch of them today. Oh, there we go. That's that rampy thing I was talking to you about before. So, let's just find a scrappy piece that'll cover up our engine here. Or several. Oh, we could use a bonnet. A little bit too clean, I think. Yeah, let's stick with some scrappy pieces of metal. That's actually quite cool. It's a little bit large, so I'm going to just shrink it down a little bit. Now I could just do something like this, and then we can put a cinder block on the top, so it's not going to go anywhere. but we need some kind of like, I might actually angle it a little bit, not too much, because again we want to try and keep the weather out. Is that covered up? Kind of, okay. And I just want, is there like a little metal piece that we can kind of run? Oh, there we go. Let's do that across there. Okay, let's just move this back to where it was. Okay, so we are clipping at the back and clipping at the front. Perfect. Okay, and let's go. I don't know if that mod has any cinder blocks. Cinder blocks? Sorry, I'm getting my words all mixed up. But I know this one does. So, CVC mod decorations. We want. I'm just trying to think where it was. Space deco, and it is exterior, I think. External, I should say. Here we go. So let's do a cinder block here. But let's try and angle it so it looks legit. We'll just do one at the end as well. So hopefully it's not going to fly anywhere. So, you know, you can't actually see the engine very well there, but it is there. And we have some kind of cover so that it's protected from the elements. Okay, so now we have to do our water. And going back to our... Is it Woody's? I think it is. Woody's Wasteland. I use this almost every single time because it's just... I'm in love with it. Water storage here. Now this thing is quite large. I might shrink it just a little bit. And do we shrink it? Maybe not. Yeah, let's just shrink it a little bit. And this is going to be a little bit of a, maybe a controversial move. As I said at the beginning, I want it to be a little bit whimsical. So I'm going to try and do a custom kind of structure around this to have it sort of up on the roof here. And I've angled it like this because I don't want it to look too... What's the word? I keep going back to this word, but I want it to be kind of whimsical, kind of, you know, like if you think about Alice in Wonderland and stuff, you know, you don't want to have 90 degrees, you know, you want sort of exaggerated shapes and that sort of thing. So I'm trying to add a bit of that into this build. So I want things to be a little bit wonky, a little bit kind of bent and not exactly perfect. Now how this translates, I don't know exactly how it's going to look because I'm doing it all recording in one go. And obviously you'll be the judge by the thumbnail if you think I've sort of made it look alright. Oh, it kind of tucks in nicely under that roof. Let's go for maybe a smaller piece here. Does that work for us? I might actually do it a little bit longer because I'm going to rotate it. Like so. Oh, wrong one. No, stop it. Stop it. A little bit more. Okay, I'm going to aim up this way instead. Like this. Okay, I'm going to do another one on this side. I really hope this works out and it's not wasting my time and, you know. I tried to do a little bit of this a few videos ago. I did sort of like an island near Fort Strong. I tried to make things kind of, you know, try to stay away from straight angles and all that sort of stuff. I don't know how successful I was at it, but I did enjoy that build quite a bit. Okay, we can use these ones like this. But again, I don't want to keep it super straight. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? I'm pushing all sorts of buttons here. Now you might think that the metal structure is a little bit of a contradiction there because it is sort of very rigid and straight, but I'm just trying to build around that, so it's not going to be totally custom and crazy looking, but okay, something like that. And I'm just going to go to, hopefully these don't go crazy, but we have these. Oh, I guess I could just use the gap fillers and just kind of rotate them. It's quite large though. Let's shrink that guy. Just trying to add a little bit of character to this so it kind of looks all randomly kind of put together, and it's kind of like whatever works, you know. So one piece will be through the middle, and then maybe this one will be going all sorts of directions like this. Let's just lift this guy up a little bit like that. That looks very janky and kind of cobbled together. Let's just see how this looks with this roof back in its spot. Lift this guy up. Thus far, I really like it. Thus far. I think by the end of it, it's going to be going to have a lot of character. That to me looks like somebody tried to install it by themselves, and then over time it's sort of, you know, they didn't get it quite right, and over time it's sort of, you know, bent, you know, maybe the radiation storm or something kind of pushed it over or something. Okay, so we have our water tower there, we have our power, and I do want to route some pipes and things. To be honest, I might actually add some more generators because I want to add sort of things on the side to run AC units and things like that, so we can try that later on. I have a few little ideas that I want to implement with that, but we need to find a way to get kind of the water down to our building there. Now we've got the Woody's Wasteland pipes that do snap and everything, and they look good, but I just want to see if I can. Because basically I went through this mod before and I was like, how can I implement all this sort of different stuff? And then I found stuff like this where it's like super OP and crazy, but I really like the way it looks. And I'm hoping it will work for us. So that's a little bit off. Let's see if I can rotate it a little bit. The wrong way. Okay, I'm a little bit worried it's not going to work out with our building down below. See, it's sort of intersecting this part a little bit. What if I just rotate it a little bit more, bring it out a little bit? Because I got pipes and things that I can connect to that. We are very close with this. Because if I bring it up any more, it's not going to reach our building there. So do I have to bring this guy down? And then obviously it's going to mess up that. Let me just see. Okay, it hasn't really done too much to our support structure. But I might just have to adjust, because to turn off our snapping. Adjust some of our... Huh? Did I... Okay, it's off. Just adjust some of our supports here just to cover up the legs there. So that kind of looks like it's going through. But that pipe is in the way. So let's just... It's quite difficult. Might have to rotate the whole thing. Just make sure that that's not going crazy. Okay. It's very close. Okay, gotta still bring it down a little bit. Okay, let's just move all of this over just so I can say that it works. It is a bit of a puzzle piece, this one, but I think it is connected to our tower somewhat, and we do have it sort of poking through our wall here. This is what I meant about the windows, but we might have gotten away with it because we can route the pipes on the interior a little bit different. Let's see what pipes we have. So we have this one here, but it kind of needs to go down. So we need to do something like this. Okay, let's do this. So it's kind of good that the pipes don't actually go through. I think there was a pipe here. So we can do something like this. Let me just see where that comes through. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's pretty much on the button. And how does it look down here? Oh! Autosave feature. Okay, so... Now this is going to be an interesting one. That's going to be our water. So how are we going to do this? If the water comes down here, we could have a very squishy toilet slash shower setup. So we could have like a wet room, like you know, in yachts and things, they have typically a small yacht will have a toilet and shower all in one enclosed room. So obviously the toilet will get wet, but you don't use the toilet when you're having a shower. So excuse me, I'll show you a picture of what that kind of would look like, but I'm thinking I might do like a Wasteland version of that. So if we go middle, do I have... Where's my middle ones? Doors, middle retexture. I've chosen this one a few times, the corrugated iron one. It is quite large though. So obviously we need a way to access our ladder. But we also need pipage. This is difficult. Unless we can route pipes down here going across here for a kitchen sink, and then if we have our toilet up here siphoning the water, so we'll probably have to do it in this location here, which means we don't have much room for engineering space. We'll have to try and figure that one out, but let's keep going on the exterior. So we got some pipage going. I think I'm going to add some more, but it might not be related to the water per se. Maybe another storage tank of... Oh, we could do... Okay, I've got an idea. This thing obviously will run on gasoline of some kind. So we got to run some more pipes to feed that thing. So let's stay in the Kuro tab here. Let's do some... I want to add something over here. So if we do some kind of metal hanger thing, it's got to be kind of big enough to have like a tank of some kind. Maybe one like this. Where should we stick it? It's going to be running pipes, so maybe not over our window there. Let's maybe stick it in here. Make it a little bit larger. Like that. Beams, post support. What do we have here? I haven't actually gone through all of this before. Oh yeah, some nice skinny ones there. Okay. Oh man, so much good stuff in this mod. Okay, I'm thinking maybe something like this, and then just sort of angling it. Maybe using that kind of metal, the metal floor there, the ramp, just to support it, and then maybe we can do a cross beam of some kind. Okay, let's just try and tuck that one in there. Quite like the look of this thing. I kind of like that the angle of the rotate is off. Except when it does that. Hopefully that's not intruding into the wall too much. Like that. Okay, I might have to adjust it on the outside, just maybe bring out that floor piece a little bit. Okay. Let's just bring this floor piece out. Like that. Okay, I think we're okay. And let's just do a very thin kind of cross piece. Let's just maybe do it inside or outside, maybe the outside. And, oh, can I even select that? I can't select it. Okay, that's not going to work for us. Because I do want to add a little bit of angle onto it. Okay, that's looking properly jank. Let's just have a look. Look at this crazy thing. Okay, another quick save later. And let's chuck a little tank or something on top of that little platform there. So I'm just going to go to the Curo tab. And where would it be? Clutter. Hoping vats. Here we go. Drums. I want a fairly rusty one, but it's got to be small. Maybe that one. What else do we have? Oh, here we go. This might be good. So obviously this is too big, but I am going to shrink it down a little. Something like that, maybe. Make sure it's somewhat in the middle. Like so. Okay, next I'm going to add some more pipage. Now this pipe is quite large and it doesn't exactly work particularly well inside. We're going to have to figure out how we're going to integrate certain water features like toilets and showers and things, and kitchen as well. So I might look at sort of putting in some supports or something for that thing, possibly based on the ground. I'm thinking like maybe a radar pole or something, but we'll get to that later on. But I will add something similar on the other side, and not sure exactly what I'm going to go for. Maybe this one, because I do want to have it sort of sticking up out of the building. And I might put the kitchen right here. So if I can get that pipe in a position where it looks good above, but then we can actually use it for our kitchen. I don't actually know where that is. I might actually just simulate that. So let me just bring it out a little bit so it's not actually touching the structure itself. Okay, something like that. If I move it back any further, I think it's going to be too far away for our kitchen. So I'm going to do something like that, I think. And let's go to SOE pack in decorations, because we have some effects that I want to use, in particular a smoke effect. This one here, put that right in the middle, and that'll start smoking like that, and I'll add some sparks as well because it looks interesting. Just some extra effects there. When you jump out of the build menu, it will disappear, so don't worry about those triangles. It's actually quite good. In SOE, it's quite good they have these kind of triangles and things, because I've noticed that some of the other mods that do effects, you can't actually see where you're placing them, especially the fog effects. I don't know if it's only a smoke thing, like they don't have it for the fog, but I wish they did. And as far as I know, SOE doesn't actually have any fog effects. We've got miscellaneous, we've got this sort of lava texture thing going on, sparks, it's got like electricity and all sorts of things. Smoke, typical cryo, when things blow up, and just your kind of typical fires. So no fogs, unfortunately, because as you can see, they all have that kind of arrow effect, so you know exactly where you're placing them, especially the smoke. That's kind of very helpful. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. Let me just sort of temporarily chuck in a oven or something, just so I know roughly where that might sit. Just gonna keep moving it back into its kind of... Okay, so it's pretty much spot on there. So I just need to move this guy down here. Oh, still a little bit. Doesn't matter so much to me if it's clipping a little bit. Okay, so the pipes are there, so I'm just going to move it manually from outside here. Oh, don't do that. We want this one. Okay, so, I mean, it's not super accurate, but we are insinuating that the pipage is going into that big one there and going way up there, looking beautiful. So again, once we jump out of that menu, those arrows are going to disappear. And we should probably figure out some way to kind of secure it in place. So I'm thinking back to Kuro. And I think there were some little bits that we got supports and these sort of things. Let me just see. There was kind of like a, there's this one here, but that looks way too kind of manufactured, right? Maybe I should just stick with like a more chunky piece. Okay, this might work. Let me sort of see if I can tuck it under this part. Or maybe it has to be like this. I do want to have it kind of not clipping crazily. Maybe I'll chuck it underneath here to try and hide some of it. Do we have any other kind of smaller piece? Okay, so I just found this kind of little lead pipe thing, and I'm just gonna, hopefully it's not gonna do that weird axis thing, but I actually want it the other way. Oh, it's doing all sorts of weird things, isn't it? Okay. That is kind of a cool asset. I really like that actually. So that's secured to the building like that there, and we're just going to say it's the same down below as well. I just didn't want to have it kind of sticking up like this by itself, because it is kind of a tall asset. Okay, next on the agenda we're going to try and sort out some food. And I might put it on the side here. Now the Kuro tab does have some stuff we can use. There's some awesome... Where is it? Food! Where's the food? Okay, I found it. It's in decorative. Over here there's a garden. Now I am going to try and utilize those pipes that are coming down from the top there. And I think there is a hydroponics type. Not that. That's a little bit too crazy. This one. Okay, so I don't know what the difference here is. That looks slightly... Is it the pipe that changes? I guess it is. I kind of like that one. Okay, now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put this. So I'm probably gonna delete that guy there, and I'm gonna move this one over so that we can access it. Oh, dropping frames. Access it from this part here, and I'll do like a walkway or something maybe. But let's just bring it up a little bit so that we got room to move around. Just try and integrate that a little bit nicer. Oh, I'm getting messages. Maybe something like that. I'll have to find some kind of cap or something to put on top of this. Okay, I might figure that out later. But let's put a walkway in. I really like this, the one at the beginning of this tab. There's kind of like a janky wooden one that I might use. You can see there's plenty of options here. It's very, very good. This one. Okay. So I'll chuck that one about there. And I might just take it a little bit further. But I don't want to go all the way to the very end. Let's try and hide it in there like that. It is quite squishy. Maybe I'll just bring it out a little bit more. Oh! Autosave. Now the autosave function is good because when you're playing with mods, obviously the game likes to crash probably a little bit more than usual. And if you're dropping frames, I think I need to jump out of the menu. Obviously if you're doing a lot of this kind of stuff, then the risk of crashing goes up quite high. I just want to have like maybe a very simple kind of rail. So let's just do like here maybe, and then another one. Oh, that's way off. Okay, and let's just do a short one. Okay, and alright, so that's not going to work for us. So I will move it after the fact. I really like that wood though. I want to keep using it, so maybe I'll have to shrink it. And of course I'll need to move this guy. Railings with Jabba. This is what you guys came for, didn't you? I suspect that I'm not going to be able to put the supports, so I'm just going to move this guy preemptively because I think that's going to muck us up. Okay, let's do a few of these. Let's space it out a little bit better. Okay, let's just quickly shrink it. Don't know how many. Okay, now move them into place. Okay, we have our own custom railing now. That looks kind of cool. Do we just do a final one at the end? Just so you don't go for a trip. And let's just bring these in a little bit. Okay, I think we're squared away now. I've just been thinking kind of a little bit off camera, but I want to make this a little bit more interesting. So let me just see what I've got. I've got some doors, and I want to see if I can do a garage door just to make it a little bit more interesting, but this might be too big. It is too big. Okay, well that's not going to work. Do I have any alternatives? I have a feeling that I have another garage door somewhere, but I'm not quite sure where it is. We could do a trailer door. That's kind of the same, isn't it? Let me just place it down, and I'm just gonna test it. And I just realized I can't walk that. Okay, it's for looks. It's for looks, people. Okay, so that does work. Does that do anything weird with the door, or is it hidden in there somewhere? Can't quite tell. Okay, I'm gonna keep that because I like that. It is kind of random, but I'm gonna say that it's like a storm shutter. So we have a window, obviously, and this side is facing the ocean. So, if there's like a particularly nasty weather event, can I even select it? Huh? What? Trailer, I saw it. There we go. Okay, let me just try and get it in the middle somewhat without it intersecting stuff, because it's doing that right now. Have I lost it again? No. Where is it? Something like that, maybe? Hopefully, if I close it, it's not going to do anything weird. Now, you can see it's got like a single face on the geometry, so there's like nothing there when you go around there, but I would suspect that it's not completely obvious when you're just, you know, walking around or whatnot. And is it touching? It's not quite touching the ground, so can we get any lower? If I go lower, I suspect I might have trouble actually getting inside the house, so let's just leave it where it is and just pretend that it is connected to the actual building. I did lower this because, sorry, make it smaller because I can't actually walk past there. And we didn't even, oh, that looks very bad. I was going to say, we didn't actually finish off capping that, or making it look like it's connected to the actual wall. So we better finish that off while we're around here. Basic, what have we got? No, let's do maybe metal. If we got like a thicker metal piece. It's quite large though. That is quite large too. Logs, hotel pillars, miscellaneous. That's kind of cool, but doesn't work for us. Big ass thick piece of wood. No. Do we just do like a piece of metal just holding it up vertically? And do I have a connecty piece? I possibly do, maybe in Raiders. What do we got here? Oh, maybe super mutants. I just want like a metal cap. Yeah, something like this. That's a little bit random, but there we go. Okay, let's do, should we do some lighting? I'm kind of all over the place. Is there anything else on the exterior that I want to do? Okay. I don't know if this is going to work out, but I just thought, like, what if the character finds out that, you know, like these AC units or whatever they are on top actually work. Like they're still working and he can use his generator to actually make them work. How would that look? Okay, this is going to be kind of experimental and I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. But I'm going to do it anyway, and we're in a good location because it's going to be a Brotherhood piece. It's quite a large piece that I have in mind, but I'm going to have to shrink it down. Yes, there is a Pred one that you can get. Okay, so it's this thing here, the power cable, and it's going to remain a power cable, I think, or an AC duct. I don't know what you call it. And I'm going to chuck a fan on the front of the building, possibly where our window is. Okay, so that's way too large. Let's keep going. So I'm going to pretend that there is an AC unit inside the building. It still works somehow. And we are siphoning the gas or the cold air. You know what I'm trying to say. But then you'd be like, why? That building looks nice. Why don't you just move into that? Yes, it doesn't make sense. But I want a whimsical building and that one is not very whimsical. Okay. I want it to look super meshed together. Okay, that needs to go a little bit bigger maybe. Okay, I'm thinking maybe a fan or something like right here. And we are having issues with our pipe there. Okay, how does that go? Okay, we're right next to the window. Let's see if I can do it this way. How far away on that side? Okay, that's manageable. So if we can bring it in a little bit without hitting our pipe. We've got to make sure that that this part right here is where our player bed is. Okay, so this could work for me. I'm gonna go to, where is it? Is it miscellaneous? No, maybe it's in Homemaker. Homemaker mod, where are you? Over here. Decorations, electronics, maybe it's exterior. Oh, here we go, yep. So we've got our AC unit. And we're gonna go put that. Ah, so it's a dynamic piece. Okay. Well, does the normal one work? Heck no. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. Of course, it's gonna do the same thing, but I basically just want the frame, so that guy can sit there forever. And let me just see if I got some kind of greeby thing I can put. I do. I think it's in static objects, and it's in snappable air ducts over here. And I just need like a grill or something to make it look like. Is this like an AC type look? That kind of looks like one, doesn't it? Now, why you would have that kind of pipe sticking right in the middle, I don't know, but I'm just trying to make it look semi-legitimate. Make that guy bigger. Okay, so it's not jumping around the place, which is what we want. Okay, so we are siphoning off the AC there, and this doesn't look exactly correct. I've got a fix for that, I think. So I'm going to go with, I think in the Kuro tab there is a signage, art, decals, garden clutter, books, towels, mirrors, kitchenware, bottles, vendors, piping, crates, ladders. Where is it? Cables, here we go. Oh, we got our chains. Okay, that's good. Let's grab that one maybe. But do we have like a connector? Like a... Oh, here we go. This will work. Okay, that's good. Yep. So I'm just looking for kind of the natural bend in it, which is probably here. And let's just make this guy bigger. And I might rotate it slightly. Okay. And our chain is massive. Okay, let's not do that. Let's do maybe some of these. Okay, let's do like one of these and just make it massive, so it looks like it could actually hold the weight of this thing. Maybe that one. Can I even... Oh, I can't even select it. Okay, what if I hit insert? No. Okay. Let me figure this out. It's going to be difficult. So I just did a quick save, and I just ended up getting one of these. It's in the same Kuro tab location. Just this hanging cable. It's quite a thick one, so I just used it as instead of the chain there, because the chain was obviously way too long. But we have quite a bit of weight sort of hanging off this roof, which probably doesn't make much sense. So I'm just going to quickly put in some supports here. Back to the old wood there. And let's just go something simple. Just bring it down a little bit. Perfect. Alrighty. And our front door. Oh, good grief. Front door there. Let me just put that down there. I still need to figure out some security for the outside. Oh, we need to do these bits as well. Do we just stick with this one? Because it's such a good asset. Wants to snap. Let's just do it manually. Okay. Perfect. That is supported now. Got our doors there. Oh, we got this little gap here. Should we do... let's just quickly do a very quick jetty or something. Okay, that's kind of roughly in the spot. And I know it's supported already, but let's just chuck these in. Just makes it look more like a dock or something. Oh, that one might be a little bit too high. It's not even touching. Whoa! That drops off like crazy, look at that. Good grief. Okay, how do we look? Yes, this one looks too tall. Okay, let's get some quick stairs in. You know what I'm just gonna do? Just gonna do a ladder. Nice and simple. This one? Oh, that's right, because if you angle these, then they do crazy things, I think. Maybe I can't use that one. Not the best use of space, but there we go. Okay, nice. I guess we need to move on to the interior now that we've got pretty much the exterior sorted out. Do I want to do a fence though? I think I might just do it quickly. Let's do chain link. Let's do a gate first. We want auto close. We'll go for a double one. Okay, and where's our little piece? Is it? Oh, we don't want the gate, we want just the... Where is it? These. Okay, like that, and is that one gonna reach? Kinda. Doesn't make much sense, we need the pole. Where's the pole? Here we go. Now this isn't going to be like a, you know, super secure place or anything, but I just wanted to have a little bit. Let's get rid of that one because we want to enclose that a little bit. I won't bother with this car because I don't know. It's not like the bad guys are going to get in there anyway. So let's just focus on these ones. Is that semi in the right place? Yeah. Good enough for me. That one's probably okay. This one definitely needs a fix. Get that guy there. Okay, how close are we to that? Kinda close. And can we just move this back? There. And one more. So that side's pretty much done, and I'm just going to try and enclose this side here so we have unrestricted access to our new dock. Although I'm going to have to do something here. Hey, get out of here. No, actually, scratch that. I'm just going to enclose this and then put a gate. Auto close. Yeah, let's do that. Why is that so not the correct size? Okay, let's move that guy over. Oh, goodness me, we're way off. Don't know why that fence is so low, but anyway. Spin that guy around. Okay, this might get tricky because we've only got a very small little space here. And why is it so off? Don't know what's going on there. So we need to use just one of those. And I'm going to spin this one around here. Oh, goodness me. Okay, it's very rough, but I think we are there now. So we have an enclosed, semi-enclosed space. Okay, happy with that. Alright, final thing on the outside, I think, unless I think of something else, I'm just going to put in some kind of lighting resources, lights. So I like the CVC mod lights because they have this style over here, this kind of big, very industrial looking thing. Where should I put them? Let's do one here. I'll do one on this side maybe, overlooking our plants, and then maybe just one above our door. Oh, that's tricky. Let's do maybe a hanging type. We can tuck it up under there. Is that going to interfere with our door? Heck yes it is. Okay. What other options do we have? Oh, we got this one here that we could just stick up here. Try and hide it. A little bit goofy. I might have to change that, but I'll keep it for now. Alrighty, so let's start on the inside now. It's looking very cool in my opinion. So starting off on the lower story here, we've already got our sort of kitchen unit in, and we have our pipe coming down to here. So I'm thinking probably, if we can, try and squeeze some kind of... It's either going to be a basin for cooking and stuff, or it's going to be a shower and toilet. Although I could do that up here as well. I might actually do that up here. So, but we just need to make sure we're not blocking off our access. And we have AC over here. Let's steal that homemaker AC. Hopefully it doesn't rip itself off the wall again. Stay. Don't move. What if I do this? Okay. Tuck it in a little bit more. Oh, it wants to do it. I can tell. Okay, I'm going to leave that one there. Okay, so I need to have a very condensed toilet shower combo as seen in, you know, the yachts. So, I might go to... Does the Kuro tab have... bathroom? It does. Okay. Well, that's very condensed, isn't it? I don't know if a basket would work in this context. I don't know. What is that going to hold? I think this is probably better, having a bucket style. That one's way too big. Okay. Gravity fed one. There we go. That one's kind of cool because it's condensed. Hope we have the chemical shower. That might work for us. We got the normal kind of typical one. We also have this one here, which again, if we just stick that straight on the pipe, that could work for us as well. I might actually do that. And a sink. This one could go downstairs, so let's maybe do the downstairs one for that one. And let's do... Okay. Oh, autosave. Okay, I think this room is going to be super squishy. I do want to have a basin though. Let me just see if we can condense it a little bit. Ooh, they haven't chosen the over type. People are going to be angry about that. Okay, no worries. I might stick this one very close over here. Like that. Okay, actually move it over a little bit. I'll put a wall around here. So I'm going to tuck it in as close as I can. Okay, so the wall will come here. So hopefully you can walk around it. Hopefully. Unless we just do it across here. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, people. I'll probably stick some CVC pipes in here. Okay, let's go for this type of shower. I'm just going to stick this one here, a little bit higher, because otherwise the character won't be even able to get underneath it. I'm going to delete that actually. Can I even select that anymore? Is it there forever now? Okay, I think that's there forever now. I might actually choose this toilet, and I'm going to use a CVC pipe, probably, to feed that top tank. Okay, it's going to be super squishy in here. Okay, so we've got the shower there, so it is kind of pointed at the toilet, but it, you know, you could stand like right next to it here and do your business. And I will get some CVC stuff in a second, but do we have like a sink we can chuck? Oh, I know, we could use that yellow sink. Where would it be? Homemaker. Decorations. Is it warehouse? Warehouse supplies? Area. Oh, here we go, we got some. I guess we can't do that because we have a shower, so if we have toilet paper in there, it's going to completely disintegrate. And I will save a curtain, because no doubt we'll put a curtain in to cover everything up. Where's our sink? Okay, I found it. It was in the warehouse tab of the static objects and buildings. Now, if I put that there, it's going to really take up too much space. So I'm going to have to probably do Something like that, maybe? Okay. I better fashion this room before I run out of space. So Kuro tab, I keep going back to this one because it just works so well for me. It's the wood section, but it's got a corrugated iron. Is it? Where is it? Am I lying? I think I'm lying. Sorry, it is the middle tab. Corrugated iron. And these pieces here. Okay. It's going to be very tight. Let's put that guy over there. Put that guy over there. And I gotta try and get this as close as possible without... Okay, I might have to use some other metal pieces for this, because we might be a little bit too close to be kind of comfortably moving around there. I do have some scrap pieces here. I want like a tall piece, because otherwise I have to rotate it. Okay, rotating it is. Okay, it kind of works quite well because it covers up. Why does it do that? It covers up most of what I want. Okay, so that it doesn't go outside. We got room to move around, although it was very tight. Let's just move that one over. Okay, so we do a little bit of a shift around. So what if, can we chuck that one? Oh. The toilet that does not move. Okay, I'll have to figure that out. Okay, so I just deleted that toilet because I couldn't move it. And I just actually opted for the smaller toilet in the Kuro tab. And I just moved the sink over to this side instead. Now I'm gonna do some pipage just to make sure that this thing actually works, because I do want it to work. I won't do water going to the toilet because I'm assuming you just take the top off and then chuck it over the railing. But I do want to add a tap and some pipes to the shower. So we're in the Woody's Wasteland stuff. Just go over here, we already have some taps we can use. A little bit hard to navigate, but there we go. That one's got a tap now. And as far as our sink here, I'm just going to do a... I will do a tap actually on the... Where is that going to go? Because it's probably going to be... Okay, let me just put the pipe in first, because that might be the best place to start. Don't snap. Where is it? Here we go. Try and make it look like it's linked to the tap there. Like so. And then one more into our pipe. Turn the snapping back on. Oh hey, it doesn't want to snap. Inconvenient! This is very finicky because I'm getting stuck against the objects inside the bathroom here. That's the best I can do. And let's just get a tap on this one as well. So we have some kind of control between the main pipe and our water access. A little bit goofy looking, but I'm okay with that. So we have sink, we got shower, we have a janky toilet, and because we are on wood, let's try and enclose that space a little bit. So back to the Kuro, and we just want a bit of scrap. Let me see, what do we have? Scaffolding. Panels. I think panels is probably what we need. Can't see where the panel is. Just want like a couple of square pieces. Jeez, I can't see anything. Okay, something like this maybe. Is that gonna work for us? Yes, I think that can work, and I'm just going to put a little bit of something on the front there, because obviously if the water is running or something, then we don't want a bunch of stuff, a bunch of water sort of coming out. What piece is going to work for us? It's going to be fairly small, I think. Maybe this one. So this is just to sort of have a little bit of a lip, so if there's any water flowing, then it's not going to do anything silly. Okay, and do we have a like a drain looking thing? What's this? What's this? Oh, I just can't see what it is. So annoying. Oh, there we go. That works quite well for us. So if we get one of those, just make it really small. And I'll go put this one right in the middle of the floor, where you might stand if you're having a shower. And let's put our thing there. Put our... oh, what's... oh, that's our towel. Okay, let's chuck that guy on the outside. This one might need to be shrunk a little bit. And just connect it up behind that piece of wood. Like that, alright. I think that's okay. Alright. And I'll probably chuck a bed in here, I think. Because we have the AC, we got the shower and the bathroom and everything. So it's kind of a good spot for a bedroom, I believe. And because we have... okay, I might have to chuck a bucket. Do we do a bucket or do I do... I might do pipage. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Woody's Wasteland. I'm just going to go to that smallest pipe possible, this one here. Stick it there and just get it right. I'm stuck. Okay, right there. So that is directly above the drain, so we know that is in the right place. And the drain for this tap here, I think I might just do one that goes outside the building. So if we do one of these here, okay, and hopefully if we snap it, if it's going to behave. Oh, it doesn't like to do that. Okay, I'm going to do it from above instead. Okay, so we know our 90° is about there. Hopefully there's going through our wall so I can actually find it again. Okay, let's see if I can find it. I cannot! Where is it? Okay, I'm just gonna... This is probably a little bit too pedantic. Need to fix that toilet. Why does this one... Why do those assets not want to move? I'm confused. Like, both the toilets don't want to... Okay. If you don't want to move, I'll have to move the wall. Very annoying. Okay, there's our pipe. Okay, let's just lower it ourselves. Oh! Okay. So obviously it's not 100% connected, but at least we know where it is. And I'm just going to do... one of these. Hopefully this is going to snap. It shall. And it can just drain down there, I guess, onto the ground. And hopefully we got the other pipe coming through. Look at that. Perfect. So this is the shower drain. And we've got, let's just hook it up now. We've got the, oh yeah, this Kuro tab thing is annoying. I don't know why it does that. I'll probably reuse it, but yeah, good grief. Let's just chuck another one on there. This one I'm just going to do a 90 and then send it straight out. Where does that go? There you go. So don't stand over there because you're going to get wet from the second story and the first story. Okay, so back inside, and I'm going to go to the Kuro tab again. I'm not so keen on these furniture pieces that don't move, but I do like the way they look, that is for sure. So I wanted the tap. So once I place this, then there's no going back. So I need to make sure I'm... Otherwise I have to redo everything again. Okay. Yeah. Although rotate works for some weird reason. Oh, now it's starting to move. Don't know what the issue was. Weird. Okay, so the lower story has some water now. Perfect. I guess we start putting in some furniture. What do we have for the miscellaneous tab actually? Hamper? Yeah, let's just chuck one of those in there. probably use one of these. What? It's not even working. I guess it does say static. Anything else in here that I want to grab? No, I think I'm going to spend most of my time in CVC. Yes, CVC. Oh, let's just chuck some lighting in here. So, is this one too strong? Maybe that one's too strong. Let's do, let me think here. I'm just sort of putting a bunch down and then I'll sort it out after. Find some things to put them on. I'm going to just quickly hook up this. Now the good thing about these SOE power generators is they will just power everything in a very wide radius, so I don't have to sort of finagle with wires everywhere to try and make sure everything is correctly wired up. I do that with the pipes, but I think the wiring is less fun. So I'm trying to avoid it. So I'm thinking maybe a little reading section in the corner there. So let's grab a nice comfy chair. I always like this one. Always like this one. Like, if I move it over here, then I can put a little side table with drinks and things. Maybe a cigar or cigarette. And let's get a shelf with some books. If I put that there, can I get around it? Ooh. It's too... If I put that there, I can still access the ladder. Okay, maybe I will put that on the table. Actually no, I will put this one in the corner. Perhaps maybe over here. And we'll get our CVC table in the corner. Okay, if we just get that over there like that, and I'm just going to select the wall because that shack piece is kind of intruding in our space. Okay, and anything else in this section that I want, maybe I'll come back to it later, but let's go to the CVC. Furniture. What do we got? Do we have room for a couch? I guess we do. It's very tight in here though. That'll be kitchen related stuff. Maybe is there a skinnier... Do we have a skinnier couch? I guess this works for us. What am I getting caught up on? Oh. You silly Billy. That's what happens when you place a bunch of junk down and not remember where you put it. Okay. Oh. So again, the great thing about these CVC couches is they actually double as beds. So clearly I have some other... That must be... I've got 24 beds. I don't actually know... Where would they be placed? Somewhere around here. I've got my hidden base over there. But that's only got one. If I recall. Anyway, getting distracted. Let's chuck a bed upstairs. Don't know what I'm going to go for. Maybe something compact. Chuck that guy up there. And let's do a side table. Decoration, space deco, where are you? Space deco. bedroom. Okay. What do we got? So we got fan. Oh yeah, that'll work for us. Fan, beer, and cigarettes. Which way? Guess that kind of makes the most sense. A little bit close here. Okay. So that little corner looks good. And do we want to put something on the wall? I'll come back to that section later on. Okay, so we got that like there. Let's do the kitchen area. I'm just gonna save and also change the time of the day. So our save is taken care of now. Sticking with the CVC mod, I'm going to do the kitchen space. I am going to do a space deco table. There's the table that I always like to use. It's just good for kind of player home type deals, because it's got this one. It's compact. It has a couple of little pieces on it that kind of gives it some life. Okay, I really need to think about how I'm gonna do this kitchen. Do I tuck this one closer into the corner? Okay. I need a furniture? Is it deco? No, kitchen. I need a fridge. Let's go for a janky fridge. What kind of fridge appeals to me? This one looks quite good, although it doesn't really have any food items. That one looks like a drunk person owns it. Maybe this one, although it is quite sparse. So we'll have to maybe add some items to this one. That's okay. I don't know why you'd keep your dirty trays down there. I don't know why that's there. But let's see, we've got food sets. Let's chuck a food set in there. Turn off our snap so I can actually move it. Okay, that one's in there. Can we squeeze in another one? There's not really much room. And we're clipping. Okay. Maybe not. What if we chuck some Instamash? Hopefully that's not clipping through the back there. What else we got? Let's chuck some up the top here, because we got some extra space. Let's do the sugar bombs on the back part. Move these guys forward a little bit. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it a little bit more professional looking if I've got it. Where is it? Utility sets. Yeah, something like this. Put it in like a box. I think that makes it look a little bit better for on top of the fridge here. And if we could squeeze in some pots, that would be good. A little bit tight here, lots of clipping. Let's just do a sneaky and make it smaller. Okay, let me see, what else can we put? Let's go to the furniture again. I want to get a shelf. Do we have like a small shelf? Ooh, it's getting very tight. Oh, okay, we got this one here. So this one's got our coffee and stuff on top. So that's good. We'll get that one. Can we get a shelf? Oh, we can get... I know what we can do. We can put that locker right in the corner there. Yes, sirree. Okay, let's get one that looks like might work in the kitchen. That one probably will do us good. Let's chuck that one in there. Okay, our kitchen looks pretty stocked, to be honest. And I can do a little bit more. I can go to the stores tab and go over to food and drink. And we've got these shelves and things. Let me see. Let's go for... Let's put some top shelf. Let's put it above the books, actually. Might have to... Okay, I might have to do it manually. Like that. And let's just move it across. Oh, too far. Okay, and then move it back. One more. Too far. Okay, that's our top shelf. Drinks taken care of. Might just move it down a little bit. Okay, and let's put some more over here. I want to get this one I'm quite fond of. Okay, it's probably not touching the wall, but if it's mostly there, I don't mind. So our ground floor is looking pretty stacked. Let's put a light there. Where can we stick another light? Gotta turn off the snap. Okay, kind of a goofy place to put it. I might actually get a candle or something. Stick this guy. There. Perfect. Look at that. I'm happy with that. And what does it look like with the door? Woohoo! Very nice. Actually, while we're here, let's do a little benchy poo. Oh man, I wanted that one. Doesn't fit. Oh man. Okay, let's do the upper story right now. Okay, we're upstairs and there's the stuff that I put in. Oh my gosh, I knew that was going to happen. No, my AC. I really want it, so I'm just going to delete this one and redo it after I've already finished. Let's just make that the last thing we do. So we have our hamper, so maybe this spot is good because it's outside the shower. Okay, and our bed. Which way are we going to go? Maybe this way. Put it on the floor. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Let me think. Yes, think. Let me think. Let's just tuck that one in as close as we can because I'm going to put some clothes and things there, I think. And is there anything else we can do in here? I guess we could do more trinkets and things. Let me just go to the stores, general trader. That one might not have applicable stuff. Apparel deco, here we go. Sunglasses, why not? Let me just see here what we've got. Oh, is that it? Because I wanted one with like a nice variety of different stuff. Is that all we have? Oh, we have, yes, in the decorations we have space deco. Clothing, here we go. What can we fit in that corner? That's quite a bit. Oh, here we go. That's good for our bedroom here because it's got a variety of stuff you might actually put in there. And let's put some more stuff up above. Got to do the booties. Let's put them. I'll put a side table there. So if we put maybe just over here. Like that. Anything else? More shoes. Can we stick that anywhere? No, not really. Okay, that's okay. We've got plenty of stuff in here anyway. Let's put just some clothes on top of... Do we just have like some normal clothes? Okay, never mind. I was going to put some clothes on top of the hamper, but that's okay. I'll stay with deco because we'll go to the bedroom again and get a side table. Let's go for this one over here. Oh. And lighting. What are we going to do for lighting? What is... I know what the CVC has. Do we just stick with kind of vanilla-y? Maybe? Ceiling? Maybe just a generic... I don't want to use that hanging one because it's too bright, I think. Although this one is quite bright. Maybe I'll stick that one there. Come on now, play ball. Okay, and maybe another one. Oh, actually I might replace... that one with these hanging types. Hopefully it's not too bright. Oh, that's alright. Okay, I think that works pretty well. This thing is... There's a lot going on here. Okay, let's go back inside. He says... Come on! Let me in! Let me in! Okay. Should we put something in the corner here? Maybe something decorative. Have we sorted out this part yet? Is it done? Side table, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Alright, I'm happy with that. So let's get something small to put in the corner here. What can we do? I might go for just a generic table. And get some OC decorator bits. Personal effects. What do we got? A busted camera maybe? Now let's go for like flowery type. What's this thing? Jug. Holy moly, too big. Let's just go for maybe some little trinkety bits. Probably could use that. I'm not going to use these because the texture sometimes just deletes itself for some reason. And oh, we should get some of these. Do we even have room? Well, we have a porch, so we could do that. Come on. There we go. Okay, this is what I wanted. Look at that. Should we chuck one over here as well? Oh, we've already got one. All good. Okay. We got our janky door. Shutter. Okay, I think the interior might be about done. I think we can put our door on it now. And let's just... I did want to put some engineering stuff on the inside, but now that's not really feasible. So I'm wondering if we can do just a very quick lot outside. Just something that could survive the elements without too much trouble. Yeah, maybe we could chuck one of these in here. Don't want it to go through the wall though. Hopefully it's not. Yep, I think we're safe. Okay, that one's there, and is there anything else? Okay, I might just quickly save it. Okay, back at it, and we're gonna put some stuff in the back garden there, but before we do, just wanted to add a few more details to our exterior here. And I'm just going to go to the machinery part of the Kuro tab because I just wanted to add a fan just maybe down here, just an extra little bit of detail, because I noticed that the front is very, you know, there's a lot going on there, there's a lot going on the side, but this side here we've only got the pipes, that's basically it. And I did also put this aerial in. This is from the static objects and buildings mod. So I just put that in there, just some extra visual interest. And what else did I do? I think I did something off screen. Oh yeah, here. Our AC unit, I just had a thought. It doesn't make much sense to have that external unit on the inside because obviously that's the fan part that sucks the air in. So that doesn't make much sense. So I just did some snappable ducts from the static objects and buildings mod to basically pretend that it's some kind of AC unit, but that's sort of done in that instance. I might actually add one of these ladders because they're very cool. Do we have... Okay, so what if we do like something like that to get to the roof, but where would we put it? Where would we put it? I guess it has to be around here. So if I put that one like just below our aerial like that. And then if I do a janky one to get up to the top of our water tank here. Which side is best? I guess that's kind of a good side too, right? No, because we would climb up there to get up to there and then use this one to get to the top of this. Okay, that's done, and that's not where it should be. Come on now. Okay. Nice. Okay, CVC. I'm going to put some stuff in the back garden. It's just going to be random stuff, I think. Let's go. I think they actually have some cool fences that we could... Is he like a grassy? Yeah, here we go. Okay. This could work well. It's kind of a nice focal point. Okay. No, I can't do it there. Let's do it here instead. Because it has to work with our normal fence here. Can I do... I don't know. I really want to use these pieces, but it's not behaving. Doesn't fit. Does that look funny? Can't really tell. No, it's alright, I'll keep it. So we want to go to decorations, deco, space deco, and we've got garden, so we got, oh yeah, got some good stuff here. Gotta have one of these. Gotta find the kind of the ground that's kind of flat. I think that works. Yeah, I can see the legs. What else do we have? Actually no. Where can I put this instead? We'll just hide a motorcycle in here. Okay, I definitely need some of these. I might do some more plants as well. But let's just see what else we have in this bit. Trash can. Maybe that can be the fertilizer thing. Bit too big. Okay. I'm okay with that for now. Resources. Do you want like a... We do have water upstairs. But maybe we can put this here. Oh, it's tight. Okay, if we do a sneaky one of those. Okay, let's get some plants in here. What plants am I going to go for? There is the... If you go to decorations, I do have the... what's that IKEA one? Mad Kia. Planters. We're going to go for a bigger style one, I think. Where's the big ones? Yeah, something like that. Although the wood is a little bit funny. Let me see. Let's chuck the excuse me. Let's chuck that in the corner instead. A tire. That's a big... Is that tire, or it almost looks like the Brotherhood of Steel texture? Yeah, I don't know if that works. That's kind of a little bit random. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to actually go back to the CVC mod and put in some actual plants growing. So in Dead Land, we got plants. Let's do some of these kind of in the growing through the fence here. I would like to do, does that work? Hedgerow? That's quite high though. I might do some grasses. Yeah, I think this is a little bit better. Just mostly along the fence line. You can tell I've got this grass mod here just to keep things a little bit under control, because I really hate the grass growing, especially through the concrete or something. That irritates me to no end. Just like I just done there. But you know, like it's growing through here and stuff, just, yeah, do not like it. And can we get a tree? Just a scraggly looking tree. Is that too big? No. I just want kind of like a, yeah, something like this maybe. Okay. And while I'm here, I might actually just, because that this playground's looking quite bare, which is probably not very accurate. So let's just make this thing look like post-apocalyptic a little bit. And maybe just some of these bigger ones. Here we go. Yep, that's filling it in quite nicely. Okay, I'm happy with that. Is there anything else? Oh, maybe just some barrels and things just at the front here. Maybe some gasoline. Gasoline, that's from Mad Max, if you didn't know. Is that garden? Oh! Okay, I think these barrels are quite good. Let's just chuck those in the corner there. Behave yourself! Okay. Anything else? I'll just chuck. Chuck that one there. That to me doesn't look like it's quite on the ground. That was quite off the ground, in fact. Oh, and there's that one. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Alrighty. Let's have a quick walk through. I haven't tested any of the doors or fences or anything, so hopefully these are going to go the right way. Yeah. Otherwise that's going to be awkward. But let's just test everything out. Okay, so we are at the dead end, as it says. Our car stacker. Perfect, they're going the right way. Nothing's blocking. Seems somewhat secure. Okay, so it does go through our fridge, but I can live with that. I actually probably could turn it around the other way. I might do that off screen. But here we are inside our kitchen. Let me just turn off the HUD here so you can actually get a good view. Oh! Okay, let's just pause our walkthrough here and just put a chair in and fix the door. Okay, and we are back. I have a chair there now, and I fixed the door so it swings the other way so we don't have any problems. And I also just filled in that space that I didn't realize I had with some more books. So that's what we did there. So let's make our way to the back. And we do have enough room to squeeze by and climb up our ladder. A little bit glitchy. Okay, onto the second floor here, the bedroom. There you can see my super janky AC unit there, but it's all connected up. We got the bed, we got the side table. We even have a bathroom that is mostly enclosed. And we have our own veranda, porch, balcony, overlooking our backyard with the dock down there. And we have our hydroponics setup, which I still can't access because our railing is too close. But don't tell anyone. I won't tell anyone. Let's just toggle the free cam here and see how this thing turned out from above. Well, I am pretty happy with that. It looks super whimsical and janky and kind of crazy. The crazy house at the end of the street. I really like that. Let me just change the time of the day here. It didn't really work out. It just sort of made the weather bad, but there we go. Very cool. So if you enjoyed this video making this thing, please drop us a like and a subscription if you're feeling extra generous. And I have a Discord. You can find the link to that on the main channel page here. You can jump over there, you can share your own builds and just get involved. With all that said, I hope to see you on the next video and have an awesome day.